testing today will be the 3 degree steel. I don't know anybody using 3 degrees, but thought give it a go, see what it comes out like. As a die, it's rather nice. It's got that tunnel sort of look, so I'm going to see how it pushes through today with a 38mm coin. It's a silver Isle of Man 2018, and 1 Noble 1 ounce. I don't know what a Noble is, but there you go, it's in black and white. Right, okay, let's get this punched, folded, and let's see how these dies perform. Right, the 3 degrees. I've done a little bit of work off camera there because I had to recalculate some bits and pieces on that. So I think I got it right now. I'm not too sure. Let's test it. Same system as always. Grease and electrical tape. Right, 3 degrees. Now I'm going to push through on this just to see what the shape comes out at. I'm going to push through. Now that, to me, is not a bad shape. And I push through on 3 degrees. Now why isn't that coming out? That's how it's gotta be. Right. Now that is the shape at 3 degrees on a push through. What has that given us on the second die? W.5. Agree. Let's clean this cap out. That's on the second die because it fitted in. What do you think of the shape? Stuff. Right, let's get this off for fuck. There. Now, not, well, the walls are straight. There's no two ways about that. Maybe go on to another die and reduce it a little bit more, but it's on a perfect size. I don't know. It's early days with these trees. Like I say, this is the first time I've used them, and to me that's not bad. In fact, that's taken me by a little bit surprise, really. So I didn't expect the second die of the 5 to reduce it to W. Man, these would go down to interesting. But that's the first test on it. It doesn't need to be wall straightened. If anything, I would take it maybe to that's actually showing X, so it's not showing V1/2, it's showing X now with all the crap off it. So let's reduce it one more time and see. Right, let's try this another die then at 3 degrees. And because like I say, the shape is perfect, but what's giving me hassle, well, it's not giving me hassle, it's giving me food for thought. I'm going to have to recalculate the openings to the ports, because anyway, let's just see how this pans out, this one here, and we'll see what size it ends up at, and I'll know more about it in a minute. Now I'm going to reshape the ring, so I want 3 degree walls now, so I'm going to just shape it up, because I pushed through on the last one. Right, I'll remove that now. As usual, jammed in with all that, all the what's it called, makeup pads. It's what was the die here? Right, let's take this off, then I can carry on. I ain't taking that any smaller than that. I'm gonna yeah, man. Look at the shape of that. Now Oh, I didn't even push that through that. That's U.5. A pack of 5 dies in this set is too many. The way they're performing, they make bigger entrances at the top and the same size port at the bottom, so you can go bigger coins. But that is not a bad shape considering how far the die. Now I still got a fair bit to push through there. That's the 3rd die. Should we? Let's see what size that comes out. I'm going to push through on that. I'm just going to anneal this now then, because it's all shaped. But like I say, as for walls, man, it's there. The 3 degrees are working as I thought they'd work. It's just the size of the ports. The ring's coming out smaller than I anticipated. It's a fair old port that. Right, let's anneal this and then let's push through on that last one. So there's 2 dies so far that are not needed as far as I'm concerned. Well, probably are, because at the end of the day, not everybody's working with 38mm. So you got $half, yeah, they probably are still needed for the set, but at the moment it's performing quite well. I just gotta just put that calculation out again. Right, same again. What I do like about this angle, easy tiger. What I do like is the one push rod per die. Because of the angle, tunnel vision like that, it's well, I'd say it's impossible to clip the sides of your die, but someone will obviously prove me wrong. But I don't think it's possible. You haven't seen me mark the rods today for pushing wise, because not necessary. There it is. I just flip that over and that'll push straight through. Like I said, there's someone bound to mess up rods out there and prove me wrong, but I don't think I'll ever do it. See, it just goes through, same size. Perfect. And there's 2 more dies to this set, and that's on the 3rd die there. This is it's finished. It's a ring. So as a die, today is successful. There, 1 ring. Now what size did that turn out at? It's more interesting to me at the moment. That's on S. Again, on my last video I said I don't think 38mm 8.6 solid silver is made for that size. I'd say it's more like V1/2 and it's better, whatever it is. But there's the finished item. Again, I'm not going to use any other thing apart from clean off everything and drop it into some bicarbonate soda and some sulfur and see it comes out. Now to me, see the ring there, this Isle of Man, it's got the Viking ship on the front, whatever it is. Looks to me as if it's been overheated, but it hasn't. But that's the reason I used this coin today, is I've had problems with them in the past, so I thought I could use this, and I'm not bothered, that'll go in the scrap pile, because that's, as far as I'm concerned, even the coin itself is scrap. It just seems to go weird, very, very weird. But on the whole, what do you think? Now, anyone been using 3 degrees out there, I'd be interested to find out what your opinion is on them. But to me, that's fine. Fix my pinky now. Right, okie dokie, that's about it for today on that first test on these 3s. And I have to recalculate those ports, because on the first 3 anyway, maybe not the last 2. I'll have a look, I'll see what the crack is. Thanks. Right, that's it. After I've cleaned all the crap off it, all I've done is cleaned up the cut end, give the reader wipe around with wire wool, 4 zeros, and just cleaned it up. It's still a bit greasy, but I mean, I'm gonna clean that off with bicarbonate soda. But on the whole, that's the shape I got there. From the 3 degree, that's the shape that it was when it was pushed out that last 3 degree die. There's still 2 more in the set that I haven't used. I've got to recalculate the tops to the ports. I might have to increase the top sizes, you know, when your coin goes in, and keep the port exactly the same as what they are. There's nothing wrong with the ports, it's just that because they're 3 degrees, and then you fold your coin, and then you get, you say, the folded coin, they're tight a little bit, another few mil each side, well, a couple mil, maybe a bit more, I haven't calculated, but so you better get your coin in nice and comfortably, and then your port will be exactly the same. There's nothing wrong with those ports. That is a beautiful shape.
Sorry.
Yes, alright, Richard, just leave that over there. Cheers. Well, considering that's only been dyes, it's a lovely shape. I'd be happy even if I'd use wall straightening cones on it. Or a ring stretcher. That is a very good shape, and I think there's a future for 3 degrees. Not the band, easy. That's nice. Not the best of coins, like I said. This this issue of this Isle of Man with this I don't know, Viking rowing boat, whatever it is on the front, it's crap. Right, that's about it. I've got to do some recalculating, and I should be ready within a few hours to start again on my calculations. But that's nice. It's actually quite nice.